A rational Muslim here, aka Zaidi Boy, guys. I'm gonna do something that I've thought about for like years. Every YouTuber, tech person, this kind of thing, has thought about this thing, which is what? Which is a product unpacking. I realized that it's like perfect because I get to talk about the sales and marketing. So first of all, this is McDonald's. Good old McDonald's. Did somebody say McDonald's? Okay, like we're at McCowan. I want to go out for a smoke, guys. I want to go out for a goddamn smoke. So no joke, this packaging, McCowan and Finch, I believe. This is Toronto. Now, the first thing this is Dollarama, by the way. It is nothing fancy. And by the way, I'm the guy who on a previous lifetime, like a couple of months ago, I suppose, I'd be urging you to sell this fucking thing online. Okay? This, like, just look at the shiny factor. Look at this goddamn box. Like, this would make Steve Jobs happy, this box. Because it's right out of his goddamn playbook. Like, everything that the customer experiences vis-a-vis your product or service, that's called your brand. Like, the packaging is your brand. Your business cards, your tie, your lazy and smelly employees, and that stinky dog that slut in marketing keeps bringing round. This all reflects badly on you. So guys, the very cool thing about this thing is that this is what I've been asking for years. Like, believe it or not, you see how the thing's changing? Isn't that amazing? Like, this in itself is worth like money. Like, so again, Gary Vaynerchuk says, I'm proud that he follows me on Twitter. And if you don't believe me, comment me and I'll send you a link, or just go look it up. You can Google me, Zaidiboy. Zaidi is a Paki name. Zulu, Alpha, India, Delta, India, Bravo, October, Yankee. Okay? Again, I'm the guy who gets kicked out of McDonald's and Starbucks, and now Timothy Hortons is goddamn it's part of the American imperialist agenda. So fuck those guys. Yo, they took the goddamn maple leaf off of the fucking coffee cup for some period of time. And I'm happy to say, like, you'll be like, oh, you make too much of things. Yes, I do. You're right. And this is a problem for myself included. Biggest problems I face problems over this thing. But yes, I have to say a couple of things. I have to say that Don Cherry's right, and Canucks are too fucking nice. Okay, so now Don Cherry, he's like 80, like my dad. We finally got my dad to retire. So thank you, Canada, and fuck you, Ron McLean. Okay, I'm an immigrant. I don't even know these people, frankly. I've never watched a complete show of any of this. Like, I'm not into hockey, apart from like basic elements of strategy, and basically the guy who's gonna tell you that if the fucking Blue Jays here in Torontopia, these pendejos de su madres, basically haven't seen Moneyball with Brad Pitt. And the problem with that movie is the title. It took me like a month to figure out that it was baseball, but Moneyball. Basketball, Moneyball. It doesn't work, right? It's a perfect fucking movie. It's like, I don't understand why, like, I do. It's a scam, it's a fucking racket. Major League Sports is a fucking racket. That's why the Blue Jays are, like, so it makes me sick. I only got into this because a good friend of mine, he comes strutting around like, yo, again, wearing his goddamn Blue Jay shirt for like a month, like consummate professional. And I'm like, change this fucking shirt. So I finally get into it. So back in 92, 93, the Toronto Blue Jays, they did something. In my books, they did their fucking job and they earned their money. If you pay some guy like 100 grand or 50 grand, and this guy doesn't show up to work, you're gonna fire him, right? Eventually. If he doesn't deliver as promised or whatever, like, you tell him, this is your job, we need this kind of output, these kinds of meetings, whatever it is. I worked in that space in the corporate world. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking out of my fucking ass. Guys, the Blue Jays. So my buddy, like my buddy's buddy, I got into it because of these guys, right? And it's like, he's telling me in 92, 93, I'm like, yo, the kids weren't even alive at this time. Do you understand how stupid that is? The problem is you're supporting this fucking team that has nothing to do with the city. The players aren't Torontonian. Where's the money going? That's the only question, right? It has nothing to do with Toronto. Like, the fucking players are not from Toronto. So and then they'll play a couple of seasons and leave, and I don't understand. Like, so it's the same with the Toronto Raptors, right? So, like, I understand like there's some kind of affection because they are Toronto's team. However, I'll quickly follow up saying go Raptors by saying, or tell me why did Kawhi leave? Goddamn mouths are shut. There's nothing no one can say to anything to this. He left because the Raptors were not at his level or better. He went to a place that was at his level or better, or a place that he could bring up to his fucking level. That's all it is. You'll be like, how? And I'll be like, why? Why do you gotta butt heads over everything, right? It's what the Quran says. Don't hold it against me that I'm a Muslim, guys. My wife's a Cristiana, Bogotana. Real, no como aquí. Aquí uno ves en una semana, you go to church once a month or a week. This is not called being a Christian. I'm sorry, I'm a Muslim. I go to the mosque about that amount of time, like that, with that regularity. Guys, this box, okay, POS, point of sale, / packaging, okay? So this thing is like Dollarama. Again, Gary Vaynerchuk, I'm proud to say, follows me on Twitter. McLean's magazine is back following me. They unfollowed me. Like, I'm the guy who cracks the code, okay? Affiliate marketing, blogging, whatever you're interested in. If you're a regular person, I'll help you for free. How to make money online, how to set up a website. I'll do it in fucking minutes the first time, and you'll be like, fuck. And then over a month, I'll teach you how to do it. This kind of thing. Because it takes minutes, most things online, including teaching yourself how to fucking get rich. Like, you just don't understand. Like, it's all of the details. Like, so Dollarama, right? So Gary V says go to Dollarama, and that's why I'm the guy who explains it, because he follows me, I follow him back, and I love this guy, okay? And this is me paying it back to him and you, okay? You get this goddamn thing for $4, let's say, at Dollarama. Guys, this is a $24.95 fucking thing, right? If you can somehow convey, which you can very easily, like just this box, and you see this hologram effect, this is, okay, so this is Seth Garden, it's purple cow. It's unique, it's amazing, like the packaging. And what this is actually something I want to open up. Like, I would have been using this right now. It's a goddamn phone stand. I've asked for years, I've asked my wife. Like, for example, you can take golf and dog walking, right? And you create a little leather or some kind of composite material golf ball, like something that it's dog friendly essentially, and you smash this thing and the dog runs after it, right? So it's neon colored or different colored, or it makes noises. Like, this is an invention supposedly waiting to happen, but I'm also the guy to tell you that ideas are a dime a fucking dozen. Like, execution is everything nowadays. Of course there are exceptions, it's 90-10 as always, and within execution you need to have differentiation in how you do things, and that is what makes you unique. Okay, anyway, this thing, very cool, right? So now I would have essentially I would have been using it, right? So I haven't even read this in detail. I just know kind of what it is, and it's like, I'm the kind of guy who basically, I'll buy stuff. Like, this is a $15 Bluetooth. Like, I literally paid $15 in cash to some guy for this thing, and it's like, it's beautiful, it's packaged nicely or whatever. It's like something that looks new. Okay, so this is a little tip on giving gifts, guys. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, you can buy. I'm going down this path just because it's interesting to me, and I'm getting to play with all kinds of toys. and showing myself the ropes again and seeing what it's like. Like basically, as a digital marketer, my report to you is as follows. Over the last 2 to 4 years, everything's gone digital. Of course, the pandemic was the final fucking straw that broke the camel's back. And myself and many other digital marketers 10x'd. Like for the first time in my career, I'm firing fucking clients. My digital marketing career, I like right now. I like if people like if that guy pisses me off, like and like day one or month one, the person's like, yeah, we'll pay you thousands of dollars and this and that, and everything's happy. And month two, it's like this guy. I'm thinking this guy's a fucking tool, and he's slowing me down. He doesn't understand like who I am and what I'm trying to do for him. And when I say he doesn't understand who I am, that this means my heart. It doesn't mean my credentials. So I'm the guy who says you don't really need a resume, you don't really need a website, you don't really need a business card, you don't need shit. Okay? Like they say, money talks. This is true. It's a reason that gangsters carry wads of cash. I like to carry cash myself. It does talk. However, if your talk carries weight, if you know what you're talking about, that also you get, that you get a pass, you get to talk, like that kind of thing. Like so, money talks and bullshit walks. Bullshit walks in any case. Money just makes it walk faster, I suppose. But on the other hand, what's the opposite of this? Money talks, bullshit walks, but what about real talk? Money talks and real talk is real talk, right? So this fucking thing I'm gonna open for you and let's check it out, eh? 11 minutes, right? So this is I'm shooting this on a new iPhone, iPhone is smashed, it's in the shop. iPhone 6 refurbished. Very cool though, I shot like 70, 80 videos on that thing before I smashed it. So here you go. So again, this is a beautiful fucking product. So you go to Dollarama, you buy stuff according to Gary Vee, and you sell it on eBay or Amazon. What stuff? This kind of stuff. Yo, the box alone, alright? It takes you 20 minutes to open an eBay seller's account, guys. It takes you 20 minutes to open an Amazon seller's account. Okay? So I did this like fucking like 2016. That's kind of bullshit. Okay, so yeah, I sold on eBay and Amazon. Okay, and again, I'm the guy who's cracked the code. I can help you. Like, if you're a normal, just a regular person, and you don't like know what the fuck the time is, it's my honor and a pleasure to help you because I like to. This is called for me being street level. Like new people and children, like I'm very concerned about seniors and children, frankly. So like seniors like who can't fuck around online, and like it's very easy, right, to be scammed and all this shit. Like if you can't check your bank account and mortgage it, like see the problem is like I'm a brown guy from Pakistan, and I worked in the tech world, and one of the companies I work with, not that it matters, it's like Antivirus Companies, Sophos, SOPOH, Sierra October, Papa Hotel October Sierra. Largest enterprise antivirus solution in the UK, this kind of thing. Like two guys from Oxford, one of them from Oxford, one of them from Cambridge. They acquired the company that I was working at the time, Vancouver-based startup ActiveState.com. So if you go to ActiveState.com, it should. Well, actually, it doesn't redirect to Sophos anymore because they spun them off again. Anyway, guys, there's so many scammers out there. Like, just on that note, like your computer, if you're running a PC, it's probably like infected with some secret virus. This sounds stupid and like a conspiracy, but your PC is probably sending out thousands of emails a day to all kinds of like random people. Because what happens is the virus writers, basically they work with the spam writers, the spammers, the virus writers and the spammers. So spammers need computing power, like they need like IPs. Okay, basically a virus will infect your computer and take it over, like not completely, but just enough so that it can use your computer's processing power and like the IP, like a unique digital signature, like based on your location, the hardware, the network, and all this kind of stuff. So now your computer becomes a fucking zombie, essentially. Like part of it. Like the problem is, like, this is going on with millions and tens of millions of computers, hundreds of millions. And it's a small fraction of your processing power that's being used, but it adds up to billions of emails a day that these guys, like virus writers, have control over vast networks of computers. Okay, and they have zombified these computers. Like, it's hard to talk about because you sound like a like some kind of crackpot. Spammers then like make a deal with a virus writer, and the guy's like, yo, I want to send out 1 billion emails a month. The guy's like, whatever, $1,000 or whatever. So this thing, the packaging, it wins. Okay, like, this is China. Okay, I don't mind saying, what do they do that's great, and what should we do that's great? They copy. And they, like, this is a complete copy of something like you might get from Apple. Beautiful little instruction booklet, beautiful product, beautiful packaging, okay? Now we need to, China is business, guys. Okay, let me just clarify this little thing for you. People are racist. Yo, Chinese person does not have any goddamn time to change the goddamn tire on his car or fill the tire on his bike with air if it's flat, because the guy has so much on his mind and he's hustling, and he's in hustle mode. Business. China has 1 billion people, just like India, guys. The only way I figured out, as a Torontonian, we don't even have 5 million people. We got like 3 or 4 million people in the greater Toronto area. China has 10,000 times more, some kind of thing like this, like 1,000 times more, something like this. I don't know, 100, like something like this. It's a lot more. So let's say every family is 100 times bigger. Like, imagine your family is 100 times bigger. You wouldn't have any fucking thoughts apart from how are you going to feed them, right? So every Chinese person is supporting 2 or 3 or 5 other people, this kind of thing. So now China is business, and Chinese business is about copying successful products and cloning them, and we need to clone Chinese people, and we need to relearn business. So this is great. Okay, I'm very happy. That's the unpacking. It doesn't matter what this goddamn thing's called. I don't want you to buy this, and I'm not selling this. I'm just showing you that, like, you know what? Woody Allen said that showing up is 90% of it. 90% of success is showing up. The rest of it, like 9/10 of the rest of that, is presentation, right, guys? All right, so do something nice and the usual kind of good stuff. This was not too bad, right, guys? I would appreciate rather some comments and like, dislike. Thank you.